this person has inspired generations through his writing and poetry, and has made a career out of helping other people. That's something we should all aspire to.
That's right.
Yeah, and so you can understand how excited I am hearing that he's also decided to run for governor of California. And I don't say this lightly, because we know what this office's primary function is to distribute the resources of our state. And knowing that this person has the love of humanity in his heart, knowing that in his heart he puts the well-being of the average person above the profit of corporations, we know that he has the qualifications to do the job right. And so it is my great honor to, before I do that, if you haven't on your way, and if you have not signed the petition to get him on the ballot, I urge you to do so. This is an uphill battle that we're fighting, and we need everyone to turn out to support. With that said, it is my great honor to welcome Luis J. Rodriguez to the stage today.
Obviously to support a very important institution. It's sad that today we have to fight for our existence. It's sad that constantly we have had to fight for our existence. We cannot let world stage go. No. And I also, me and my wife, we run a beautiful stage in the San Fernando Valley called Tia Chuchas. It affects all of us. We're affected by what happens. And we're connected to this. So we have to do everything we can to defend these artistic, creative spaces, because that's what we are. A complete human being is a complete artist. There's no other way to put it. That's right. And whenever they take our art away, whether it be dance, music, theater, writing, whatever it may be, singing, they take away our humanity. So I'm going to do a poem that relates to this because it goes back to my own indigenous roots. My mother was Tarahumara, which in Chihuahua, they call themselves Raramuri. It's a big tribe. It's the second largest native tribe north of Mexico City after the Navajo. And one of the things about them is they rebelled like a lot of tribes. They got killed, slaughtered, and what they would do is they started to go to the Copper Canyons in southern Chihuahua and hide away from the Spanish, and eventually from even the Mexican government. And they've been hiding there. There's 80,000 of them that live in caves. Wow. They're one of the few cave dwellers in the world. And just to go back to my roots, I went back there, I think it was 1995, to find my roots. People didn't see me as Raramuri, they saw me as Mexican, because for them, Mexican is everybody but Raramuri. So, but when I told them that my grandmother and my grandmother came from the Copper Canyon, they opened up their heart. They were the most beautiful people you wanted to meet. They brought me into their home. They never do this. They opened up because they told me, nobody comes back. So it was quite beautiful, and I was in tears. Another beautiful story related to it is that after I was there for a while, they finally said, you know what, we think we know your family, your face. We're starting to get your face. We think you know where your family is. Okay, so they drove me around for a long time, went to 4x4 over some hills and whatever, crevices and everything. We found a little log cabin. An old couple was there, and they came out, and they only spoke Raramuri. They didn't speak Spanish or nothing, so they were talking to him, and I sat down, and they invited me in that house. We were having a nice little talking, and the interpreter was trying to tell them that I was looking for my roots, but I think they thought I was homeless. But what was beautiful is the old lady looks at me and she says, and he told me afterwards in Spanish, she says, well, we'll take him in. Can you imagine? I was in tears. I was in tears. My own people taking me in. So I tell that story because they have another beautiful concept that I want to share with you here, and I'm going to read this quick poem. It's called Dance or Die. They dance or they will die. They do art or they will die. They do music or they will die. They know this. They have a beautiful concept that the world has stopped doing rituals. The world has stopped doing ceremony. So they have to do it for the rest of us. It's a beautiful concept, and I've seen them dancing. And they have a person they call a Yumari, who they do this procession, very much related to the pageantry of we call it the Jesus pageantry. Yeah, and they do all this stuff. They're still native, but they bring in some of the Catholic stuff. But then they have a guy dancing like crazy. And I thought he was meant to be, I didn't know what to think. But I asked somebody, what is this guy doing? He said, well, he's the Yumari. He dances the way we danced before. And they let him dance that way so that they don't forget. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful concept. So I want to share with you this poem, Dance or Die. We have to do our art or we die. We have to sing or we die. And we have to keep world stage alive. Because these places keep us strong and powerful. And we cannot let anybody take it away. So this is why we're here, and thank you all. And I'm going to share this poem. It has 3 parts. One is more literary, one is prosaic, and then one's more political. When the world stops its collective rituals, ignoring the red burned screams of its wounded and betrayed, when it pushes out the verses of life and holds back the celebrations that mark our staggered steps to awareness, when it impedes the subtle earth incantations, plowing over the wild open terrains of the heart, blocking the creative soul death birthing, when it forces our home, our earth, to become mucus clay to whatever deadly energies can burn through, forcing glaciers to tumble, forests to yield, ocean to churn. When diamonds, gold, oil cars, and homes too big for 10 families, let alone one, can boom. But respect, dignity, community are hard to come by. Then somebody has to dance to keep everything from dying. In the Copper Canyon of Old Chihuahua live 80,000 Rarámuri people, hidden among the volcanic rocks and pine trees, one of the last tribe of cave dwellers in the world. I visited them one Mexican summer with a Navajo friend who wanted to witness this cohesive and ancient tribe. We slept in caves, we bathed and cooked without electricity, we battled fanged, mangy dogs. We also met remarkably shy but calm and connected people of the corn. Still, most of them were desperate, starving, neglected, hunted. The caves were their last refuge. Among the more traditional Rarámuri, there's a concept, to dance or die. They feel they must carry out rituals for the rest of us, since our so-called civilization has forgotten what it knew. We have lost our essence to industry, to capital, to stolen labor. We've forgotten how to respect and honor relationships, the nature inside and around us, and how these relationships held in balance allow for regeneration, abundance, renewal. We turn away from all these laws, forcing the earth to go beyond its healing capacities, placing superficial needs over the deeply human, the man-made or man-mad over natures, which always makes sense, always rhymes, always reasons. We can save the world yet, but somebody has to maintain the songs, the prayers, the dreams. Somebody has to keep dancing. Yeah. Thank you all very much. Give us some Luis Rodriguez, you guys.